Why do you think women are so scared of sales?
That's a great question. Um, you know, it's a loaded question too. Oh my Lord, I think there's a million reasons. But if I had to say, after running my signature program for 5 years, 8 times, we had about 500 women go through now. And what it always seems to come down to is this fear that what they have to offer is not going to be valued. And I think that reflects like a deep fear that they are not valuable humans, or they don't have something valuable to offer. I mean, if you're into psychology, it always comes down to like some basic human needs, right? And I think this is a big trigger. If you look at women throughout history, they haven't been landowners. I mean, there's exceptions. Of course, there's women who have been queens and royalty and things like that. But for the most part, women have been second-class citizens as long as you can look back in history in most cultures. It wasn't until the Equal Credit Opportunity Act of 1974 in the United States until a woman could get a credit card without her husband's signature. That's 1974. That blows my mind. It was before I was born, but it still makes me feel like you've got to be kidding me. And women's suffrage, like we got the vote in 1921, but there's still places in the world where women can't even drive, let alone vote. And I just think we worked so hard to get so many rights for women, and still executives are only women are only 9% of executives. Women need 2 degrees to get the same pay as a man who has 1 degree. And women make about 66% of revenue compared to men in the same job. That's today, And so if you think about it, what message does that send to women about what we offer having equal value? I mean, it does affect. And I don't care what anybody says. The fact is, there's a very clear message, and it doesn't need to be said out loud to be understood as a very young girl or as a grown woman. And, I think sometimes we don't realize that whatever is normal and has been normal for a long time has absolutely shaped the way we think about ourselves and our environment. Now, I don't think that the most empowering thing to do is to look at these stats and say, well, this is why I can't, and make yourself a victim. I think it needs to be fuel. And that's a choice that's on me, and it's on you, and it's on any woman who listens to this, and any man who listens to this, to say, okay, just because this is the way things have been doesn't mean it's the way things have to be. And we all have our own responsibility in whether we decide to buy into that or make a change, which is why I love talking about sales and saying that a sales conversation should feel like one of the most connected conversations you've ever had in your life. And it should feel like you're inspiring someone and really pretty much inviting them in this in the very empowering, almost demanding way to say, like, do you want to play at a new level, or do you want to stay here?